Hey, and welcome back to Books, Business, and Branding for Authors. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. My name is Ashley King, and I am a self-publishing strategist. To learn more about me, you can go visit my website, ashleymking.com. But let's hop right on into today's subject, right? So today I want to talk about something that I advise business savvy authors to do. You can do this instead of publishing your book on Amazon, or you can do this in addition to publishing your book on Amazon and all the other platforms, right? So if you are business savvy, and what I mean by that is you understand e-commerce, maybe you're already in business, and adding on a book is just another kind of like stream of income for you. And you understand customer service, you understand supply demand pricing. You don't have to be like a expert in it all, but you understand how to operate and run a business. So what I do suggest, which is very simple, but surprisingly a lot of people from my experience are not doing, is to sell the book from your own website, right? This topic was, the idea for this video came from actually having a discovery session with someone that had their own practice, and it was in the process of writing a book, which they've been writing for some years now, but they're like, I'm serious about moving forward. And they were like, hey, I want to get my book on Amazon. I'm like, cool, we can assist that. But I was like, you already have clientele, a following, you have an email list. Have you thought about this? And he was like, oh, okay, kind of never thought about it. And we kind of discussed like the pros and cons. So there are cons of selling books from your website. So pro from selling books from your own website is generally you have a higher profit margin. If you know how to price and charge properly, you don't have to worry about paying the middleman. The middleman is Amazon, the middleman is Ingram, Draft to Digital, whatever distributor or aggregator that you are using, then you're going to have to pay them, right? Because the author, the book, the end result is to get it in the hands of the reader. But you have this middleman right here, which is Amazon and Ingram, and they're going to take a percentage, right? So instead of taking away from your profits for paying this middle person, you sell the book from your website. So it's, business to consumer direct, there's no middleman there. The con is that you're going to have to do all the work. You're going to need to, draw traffic to your website. You're going to have to deal with shipping. If there's any issues, they will be dealing with you directly. And so for those that may not want that particular workload, have to deal with that, I get it. I completely get it. And so go ahead, publish on Amazon, Ingram. That's as my job as a strategist to kind of talk with you to figure out what's going to work best for you, your lifestyle, and your business, all what you have going on. But for those that are already in business, maybe you already you're service-based or product-based, you already have that, then why not continue, just add on a little more workload just by shipping the book, promoting it, etc., stuff that you should already be doing, promoting, and you're going to receive a higher profit margin per book, right? So I do have 5 tips today to help you sell it from your website. So I have my notes here on my handy dandy phone. I'm laughing because as a mom, 1-year-old, we watch Blue's Clues. That's one of the ones, and your handy dandy notebook. So if you're not a parent, if you don't watch Blue's Clues, you're not going to get it, but nonetheless. So number 1, of course, is to upload the book to your website. So we're going to jump in and I'm going to show you currently what I have going on my website. So here's my website, ashleymking.com. If you go over to the shop tab, I have an array of books, mainly my digital books that I have. And then I also have the hardcover option here. So this is perhaps one of my latest. And if you've been following my channel, I've talked about this book and the issue that I had with Ingram, and I'm gonna do a whole nother video on updating that. But most of my books are ebooks. So if you're gonna sell the book from your website, you have the opportunity of offering it as hardback, paperback, even ebooks. And the beautiful thing is about ebooks, they're digital. So as soon as someone wants to add this to their cart, and they go in, sorry, because I already got two in there, I already got one in there. They go in and add their information, then it's automatically sent over to them, right? So you want to think about, when you're selling from your website, to have those different options there if possible. Once again, you want to be financially savvy, price it right. And I'm going to talk about some other things to consider, which is going to add to your pricing. Also, when they go through the cart and they're pressing the buy button, you want to make sure that you have a payment processor, whether that's Payment or Stripe, Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever your website offers you. Currently, I have PayPal, Stripe. I think I tried to add Apple Pay, but there was some kind of issue, or I don't know. It just got a little complicated. And I was like, you know what? I've been making sales with PayPal and Stripe, so we're going to deal with that for now. And next, as far as your website, you want to make sure that your website is secure. It needs to have that HTTPS as well as that lock. I'm going to show you how it looks on my website. All right, so you see here, if I click and make it long, it has the HTTPS, and then we click out, it has the lock. So that means that is secure. So when someone enters their payment, they should feel comfortable that, it's not going to get hacked or stolen or anything like that. So that is just something that you want to be mindful that, you upload it to your website, you offer the different options, especially if it's print book and it's able to be converted over to ebook. That is an automatic savior, whatever, because as soon as they click purchase, it's automatically sent to them. It's nothing that you have to do. You don't have to ship out anything or of that. And once again, make sure that your website is secure. And then next, you want to draw traffic to your website. That is step 2. So 1, upload it to your website. Make sure that your website is secure and offer different options. 2, draw traffic to your website instead of to your Amazon's book page. I'm not saying that if you're going to run ads, which is something I talk about later on, that you should stop altogether, but either instead of or in addition to, you want to draw traffic to your website. Like if you want to be selling to your website, you want to do that. And I have 3 ways in which you can draw traffic to your website. The first one is a long game strategy. It's nothing that's going to make sales happen overnight. However, if you're writing a book, this is something that's going to help you over the long time to kind of rank on Google and search engines. And that is one, search engine optimization, right? And so that is using certain keywords within your content copy or your sell copy of your landing page or your shop page, so that when people are searching for how to write a book or divorcing, therapy, whatever your book's topic or subject matter is about, you want to use specific keywords in which they can that will show up on your page. And I'm going to show you the tool that I use. All right, so what I use, and this is completely free $99, is Google Key Planner, right? So if you type in ads.google.com, it's going to take you to a page. You either create an account, log in, and when you log in, it's going to kind of look like this. I'm on the campaigns tab. I'm going to go to tools and settings, keyword planner. All right, and so we're going to discover new keywords. And so I'm going to do self. Make sure we spell it right. How to write a book. Let's do how to publish. All right, we're going to do get results. And so generally what you're thinking is, okay, if you're I talk about self-publishing. So generally someone's going to type in self-publishing or how to publish a book, different keywords and terms. So what Google Ads does is lets you know these are what you provided. This is on average how many people are searching for it. So 1,000 people to 10,000 people, 10,000 to 100,000. So right off the bat, I know that how to publish a book is a more popular key phrase that people search for versus self-publishing. So I definitely, when I'm writing my website's content, their copy, I want to include this in here per se. Have you ever wondered how to publish a book? That's something to put there in there. So the competition is medium. And if I were to run ads, then the low range is $1.82 to $5.57. So definitely want to take that in consideration. I'm considering running ads. I've actually outsourced it to someone 2 days ago to try to draw traffic to a particular area. Like I said, I've been doing SEO keywords. So I've become comfortable. I've seen the traffic that has come to my website by utilizing these keywords. And so I want to take it up a notch and see if I can actually do some advertising to draw more people in. All right. So besides these keywords, these are some other ideas that they're providing you. So you see here, 100K to 1 million people are typing in Amazon KDP. So you perhaps want to say, ever wonder how to publish a book using Amazon's KDP? You see how easy that is to tie that in? And actually it's a low competition and a lower budget. So that's definitely good, right? You have more people searching for it. It's not as competitive and the bidding is low. You have Ingram Spark, which is not as popular as Amazon's KDP search term. Oh, but it's $10.50. So as you can see here, these are all various examples or ideas of keyword terms that people are using on the internet related to self-publishing. And then you can even broaden the search, but I wouldn't want to be so broad, right? I want it to kind of be narrow. So if we put, let's see, publishing, just a term alone, let's get results instead of self-publishing. So 10K to 100K. So actually it's more people that's typing in publishing than self-publishing. And I really can't necessarily tell the difference. I perhaps should have just added that in itself, but it lets you know, oh, okay, this is I guess this is surging right here. It's went up a lot, the Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. So you've seen an increase of people typing in that, and I guess you've seen a decrease, I guess, year-over-year change as far as people typing in academic press. So this is something that I use, Google Ads. It is free. I've actually tried SEO Rush just for their trial, and it was good. Like, it was, I want to say, kind of overwhelming because once again, I was learning, or I'm still learning, but it was at the very beginning of the stages, and it was just a lot of information at once. I will say I like, if I remembered this one correctly, because I was trying out different ones, but I like how they offered, or they provided the website that was actually competing or within that particular phrase. I thought that was very dope. And if I remember correctly, like, their monthly packages was like $190 a month. And I was like, yeah, I'm not ready for this yet. I'm learning. So guess what? I'm going to use the free tool until, you know, I find the need to spend $200 a month just on SEO keywords when I'm still learning it. So that is something there. Once again, that is a long-term game. You know, just slowly add those particular keywords into your book. Phone ringing. Ashley speaking. All right, sorry about that. So this is a long-term strategy in which you just kind of add it into your website over time. So next, I want to talk about, you need to be promoting your book on all your social media platforms. And promoting is just not a matter of posting your book on, you know, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, whatever, all these different platforms. Just say, hey, this is a good book, buy my book. That's not how it works, right? You want to speak to, you know, the reason why, whether it's an emotional purchase, how it's going to help someone, speak to that. So if we were talking about divorce, how to get emotionally strong after divorce, just throwing it out there. So, you know, went through a bad divorce, struggling how to figure out how to, you know, get yourself back together. 73% of women deal with depression after divorce a year. I am making this up, okay? So I don't know. But you know, it does not mean it's the end of the world for you. How to cope with divorce, how to cope with life after divorce talks about this and shows you how to regain your vitality, regain your purpose, and just find, you know, and just be happy afterwards. Ready to be happy after the divorce, you know, go ahead and purchase this book today. Something like that. I'm just making it up on the spot. I don't know. But don't necessarily say buy my book. You want to sell them on how this is going to be a transformational process, how this book is going to help them, you know, speak to their pain point, tell them or show them how your book is going to solve their problem or solve their issue, etc. So that is just an example of promoting on your social media as well as in your email. So when you are sending out emails to your email list, make sure you put a link down there. Even if you're in the process of writing your book and it's not like published, you don't have a book cover, start teasing them, letting them know that you have a book coming, right? Your book doesn't have to be done. Your book cover doesn't have to be done. There are people who sell copies of their book just based on the idea. And once you have someone that's invested their money in you, hopefully that lights the fire underneath your butt to get it done, right? So, because it's no longer, hey, well, this book may sell, it may not. No, someone has purchased your book and they are waiting on, they invested in you and they're waiting on their return. So hopefully that's going to inspire you to stop slacking off and get the book done. So you can be selling your book before you have even picked up a pen to write or press a button on the keyboard and begin typing. Okay. And then the last one here, as far as how to draw traffic to your website, is ads. Okay. So you have Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads that I have down here. I have run Facebook ads and it's kind of been 50-50 for me personally. I took a course, I learned it. It was kind of difficult making sure like all your pixels are in the right place. So you are tracking if this is in a cart, if they've made a purchase, maybe they just landed on your web page. So then you could eventually retarget. It's a bit much, but I enjoyed it. I think my first time running an ad, I saw success. I was like, oh my gosh. Second time, I was like, oh my God, that just wasted my money. So it can go either way. You have to be able to test it because some images work better than others, where video may work better than image, or the copy doesn't necessarily match with this, and you want to make sure you're targeting your right audience. So it is a lot. So like I said, me, I feel like I'm 50-50. I've had some success and then some is like that didn't work for me. Google ads, as you saw, that was the back end of my account. I personally have not run any ads. Like I said, I've actually outsourced 2 days ago someone to do a Google ad for me. And so I want to see how they're running an ad to a particular product is going to help. If I see, you know, it, I'm gonna right now have too much on my plate to kind of dive into learning that on my own, which I do believe in learning some. So you know, someone isn't trying to get over on me, but I don't have the capacity right now, the bandwidth to dedicate a lot of time to learning that. So I outsourced that to someone. And then YouTube ads, which I think is dope because if you're watching this, more than likely on YouTube, right? And so then this is perhaps where you're going to find some of your audience, depending on what your book is. Perhaps running ads are going to be maybe YouTube ads, maybe for nonfiction type books. So you're trying to, you know, solve a problem. Facebook, maybe for fictional. Once again, this depends on your target audience. As an author, you should know who your target audience is before you begin writing, because this helps not only throughout the writing process, but when it comes to marketing your book. Because if you know your audience, then you know whether Facebook ads are going to work versus Google ads or YouTube ads. All right. And you have like Instagram. I think TikTok runs ads. I'm not quite sure. LinkedIn ads. Like there are so many different platforms on there. So it's important that you know your audience and know where they are going to be at. All right. So to recap thus far, uploading your book to your website, you want to make sure that it's secure. 2, drawing traffic to your website. And now 3, figure out your shipping process. All right. So when you use Amazon and other print on demand services, they print the book out and ship them to your client on your behalf. So you don't have to worry about that. Now that you are shipping from your website, that is your issue, right? You have to be concerned about that. So when I say figure out your shipping process, 1, what is your cutoff time for the day? Me personally, mine is 2 o'clock. If you put in an order on my 2 shipping days, Tuesday, Friday, by 2 o'clock, then your book is guaranteed to ship out that day. Because I think about my lifestyle. I have a son now. So generally 2 o'clock, that gives me enough time to get the order together, have it by the post office by 5 o'clock, and you go pick up my son by 6. All right. And if you're not shipping out every day, then what days are you going to ship out? Like I said, I ship out on Tuesdays and Fridays. And so that helps me not be so bombarded. And I do notify my clients as far as, okay, hey, thank you for putting your order. Your book will ship out on, if it's a Wednesday, your book will ship out on Friday. If it's Sunday, then your book will ship out on Tuesday. So you put that information in there. You do need to have like a shipping policy and let them know. So your cutoff time, what will you ship out on certain days or every day, and which shipping carrier will you use? You have USPS, UPS, FedEx, and then you have, local couriers. I use USPS, and generally like media mail, it is the least expensive. It's not going to get there the quickest, but right now media mail is the least expensive, but it is subject to them looking through it, so, but if you ship out books like in bulk, then you may perhaps want to use like another program. Or if you're already in business and you have like a FedEx or UPS, they have like some different business services, perhaps like a discounted rate. I know with certain programs, like I get 15% off, I think it's with FedEx, with like certain cards or being a part of certain organizations. So just think about which shipping carrier will you use, or will you use all of them, just to get to your client in time. And then also, what is the shipping cost, right? You want to know what is your shipping cost. Like I think media mail, don't get me wrong, I'm just going to say $4.50. I think it's like $4.34 or something. I'm not quite sure. Just can't think of it right now. So what are you charging for shipping? Just be mindful of that. And on the back end of shipping, make sure that you are fulfilling the order and who is responsible for inputting the tracking number and notifying the client, right? On my website, once you go in, it'll say order unfulfilled. And then once you put in the tracking number and press submit, it'll let it know fulfilled. And that tracking number will go to the client via email so that they know that their package is on the way and they can track it. And so what happens if their package is damaged or it's never received? You have to be mindful that you're going to be the customer service. They're going to be calling you. So these are just things you need to think of when you are shipping from your website. Granted, you're going to receive a higher profit margin, but there's also more responsibility that comes with it. And last but not least, before you ship, what will your packaging look like? So this is You Got This, Momma. Such beautiful. I love my book. So this is book landscape. This is A4 landscape. So this is the package that I ship it in. Simply, okay, so I'm trying to do this backwards. So hopefully you all see. All right, so this is the box that one book ships in. And also what I include are these 2 cards. Says, hello, gorgeous. Say hello to your new favorite. Thank you for supporting our small business. We hope that this order makes your day. And this other card says, you are amazing. And it's like awesome, brilliant, wonderful, remarkable, fantastic, just the way that you are. And I do this because this book is ideally for moms that have children 1 and younger. And it inspired me because I went through very emotional turmoil, kind of lost who I was. And so I just want to send some kind of inspirational messages to my mom. Baby girl, you are awesome. You are incredible. You are amazing. You are powerful. You are remarkable. You got this, mama. Okay. So I do put these 2, you know, I do put them on the inside of this book, seal it up. And I have this tape that says, and it says special delivery. Kind of cute. There were some other options, but I thought this was, you know, very colorful, kind of different from the black and white book that I have here. So when I see them, you know, when they get this package, you have some vibrant color, right? You have the tape going through here, you know, our address, their mailing address that's put on here. So you want to think about the different packaging. So this is just for 1 book, but what about if someone ordered 3 books or 5 books or in bulk? You want to make sure that it's a nice presentation. So put this up. So that is what I have for you all. I'm just going to recap my 5 tips and then we're going to dip out. All right, so you want to upload your book. Make sure that your website is secure and you have a payment processor such as PayPal, Stripe. 2, draw traffic to your website instead of Amazon. You can use SEO, promoting your social media, run ads. 3, figure out your shipping process. You know, what is your cutoff time? What days are you shipping? What carrier will you be using? And how are you fulfilling the order? And 5, what would your packaging look like? I hope I got my numbers right. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate if you love, subscribe, comment, let me know the type of content you want to see more of. And thank y'all so much. Oh, for all those products, I will include the link down below. So yeah, you can do it. I am a Amazon affiliate, so there's no additional cost to you. It's just that I get a percentage or a little financial incentive when you purchase using those links. So I thank you so much for the love and support and have a blessed day.